All right, now we back, man. Now we motherfucking back. Contender Regime, boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? I know I'm running late. I know we running late tonight, man. But say, some wild shit. You know what I mean? You know, motherfucker try to go to the stove. Of course, everybody going crazy at the stoves right now. You know what I'm saying? I had to go pick up some shit to cook for this weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm running late, y'all. I apologize. What's good, man? Salute to everybody coming through, man. What's happening? We gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? The show must go on, man. The show must go on. You know I wasn't gonna leave y'all out there like that, man. I wasn't gonna leave y'all boys out there like that, man. What's happening, man? Tap that like button for your boy as you smooth your way through. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Ricky Williams in the building, salute to you. My boy, the Soulmates in the building, salute, man. What's happening? Tez Frank in the building, salute. Yeah, man. Say, yeah, that Corona shit, bro. That shit got everybody going stupid. That's how you know, like, folks don't know how to act, bro. People don't know how to act. When some real shit going down like this, let you know people don't know how to act, man. You know what I mean? People don't know how to be civilized and, you know what I mean, go about shit the correct way. Everybody be running around like a motherfucking chicken with their head cut off and shit. Oh my God, I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't have water at my house. I don't have fucking toilet paper. I don't have fucking soap and water. Like, bruh, you ain't got no hand soap at the house, bruh. You ain't got no damn, like, come on, bruh. Everybody going crazy and shit, dog. Everybody going stupid, man. Steven Williams in the building. Salute to you, bro. What's happening? Hey, that's real talk, Ricky Williams. That's 100. You must remain cool, calm, and collected. That's how you see shit. You know what I mean? That's how you stay a step ahead. You feel me? You able to see shit. You know what I mean? I'm the type of motherfucker, I like to sit back and watch shit unfold. You know what I'm saying? So I can be like, okay, I see. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, I see what type of moves they making. Woo, okay. I can maneuver. I can, you know what I mean, get in where I fit in type shit. Everybody, you know what I mean, going crazy. Going crazy, man. Salute. Salute to everybody coming through. But we're going to talk about how that shit affecting boxing. We see the Shakur Stevenson fight got canceled. James Kirkland, it's a couple of different fights got canceled, but it's a lot of other events, you know, that's supposed to be going on. Of course, everybody know about the NBA, you know what I mean? People's jobs and shit getting shut down. Honestly, bro, I feel like it's some other shit going on, but you know, we gonna stay rocking like cutout stocking. I definitely feel like it's some other shit going on. DBM on the track. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it, boy. Brandon I've in the building. Salute to you, man. He say it's real out here, bro. I got 2 hand sanitizers and a can of Lysol everywhere I go. I'm dapping. He say dapping off limits for 30 days. Hey, for real. Hey, on me. Shit, I tried to go on motherfucking, I tried to go online and order me a biohazard suit, motherfucker. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have that bitch designer too. I need me a whole biohazard suit, nigga, with the vibes on that bitch, everything. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Man, people going crazy, man. People going crazy. Brent Woods in the building, salute to you. Bruce Leroy in the building, salute. Coming out that H-Town, man. What's happening, man? Salute to H-Town. Salute to H-Town, man. What's going on? What's going on? Don Loftus in the building, to salute to you. The real songstress, thank you so much. Queen for coming on through. What's happening? You say what other shit, like what? What you talking about? You talking about like the other events that's been getting shut down? They done shut down the MLB, the NBA, you know what I'm saying? I think they shutting down the NCAA tournaments and shit. Montavia Berry in the building, salute to you. Thank you for coming through. My boy Pancho Esparza in the building, salute to your brother. What's happening? Yeah, man, hey, I told you, bro, I was gonna show up, man. I told you I was gonna show up, man. I had got off the job, you know what I'm saying? I figured, man, let me make this little move to the store You know what I'm saying? Let me make this little move to the store, man. Go pick up a couple of things. Cause I'm trying to cook a little something this weekend. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I pull up to the store and shit, man. Everybody in that hole going crazy, bro. Everybody like, I'm like, God damn, bro. I'm just trying to get my little shit and get on up out of here. The line's long as fuck. And I just went to the first little grocery store that was like close to the job on the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm about to get in, get out, stick and move. Nah, that shit wasn't happening like that, G. That shit wasn't happening like that. D Luckett in the building. Salute to you, bro. What's happening? Yeah, DBM on the track say all entertainment out of there. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? And you know they got the real entertainment is they gonna force everybody to pay attention to the election and shit. That's the real entertainment. And so y'all gonna watch this shit. Mastermind 3 in the building. Salute, brother. What's happening? What's going on? Mike Rhyme in the building. What's happening? JY in the building. Salute, man. Y'all boys coming on through. I appreciate it for sure. I appreciate it for sure. Ricky Williams, man, in the super chat showing love 100, bro. He say, bro, I was watching Bud, man. He say, IMHO. I think in my honest opinion. That's the first time I seen that shit. Okay. In my honest opinion, he can't beat Earl. He's not that great as a righty. And he is not a better southpaw than Earl. You know what, brother? I agree with you. I believe that Terrence Crawford fights better out of the southpaw stance, and I don't think he does that better than Earl, you know. But I do think that it's, you know, certain challenges that Terrence is going to present to Earl, but I believe that Earl will be able to figure that shit out and overcome it and ultimately dominate that fight, you know. As we talked about plenty of times in previous breakdowns and analysis of that fight. R. West in the building. Salute coming out the STL, man. What's happening? I got a bro from the STL, man. Damon Bus in the building. Salute to you, bro. What's going down? Astronaut Kid, what's happening? He say, is Manny versus Mikey July 11 confirmed? I hope not. I really been hearing a lot about that fight. Honestly, I don't think nothing about that fight is confirmed yet. But I mean, and like you said, bro, I want to see Earl get that Manny Pacquiao fight. But it's really looking like Manny Pacquiao versus Mikey Garcia. Because like we talked about with the Manny Pacquiao and Earl fight, that shit really up to Manny Pacquiao. To be quite honest, we know Earl want to fight. If it's up to Earl, he gonna fight Manny Pacquiao next. If Earl can have any fight he want right now, he fighting Manny Pacquiao. But that shit ain't up to Earl. That shit up to Manny Pacquiao. And at this point, Pac-Man, he's gonna most likely take the low risk. And not saying that Pac-Man ain't gonna fight. He's scared to fight Earl. I don't think that's the case. I think Pac-Man will fight any damn body. But at this point, he like, okay, if I fight Mikey, I can still get a little bread and it's less risk. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think that's a 50-50 fight. A lot of people disagree with me on that. That's cool. But he gonna look at Mike and say, okay, less risk, but I can still make really good money. I can still make upwards of 20 million. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, if I'm Manny Pacquiao, shit, I probably do the same thing. But we all know Earl want that Manny Pacquiao fight. LK Raw in the building. Salute. YGN Network in the building. New Jersey in the building. Salute, man. Y'all boys coming through this whole tough. What's going down? Money Brown TV in the building. Salute. What's happening? He say, Money Brown TV say, I'm going to have Earl on the show next week. Salute to you, bro. You know I'm going to be right there watching, dog. Thank you so much for sharing that. And y'all go subscribe to Money Brown TV if you're not already. That brother always got some of the best content when it comes to boxing on YouTube. Big facts. Euro Thomas in the building. What's popping, G, man? Ain't shit. Just another day above water, man. Just trying to hold it down, sipping on this Merlot. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? That's all it is, bro. I'm just trying to stay above all this little extra, this old bullshit they got going on out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fuck with my peace. And you can't fuck with my peace, man. We meditating out this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? We big meditating, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people scared and running around all crazy and shit. They manifesting that shit in their head. and they manifesting that shit in they spirit and shit, bro. All that fear, run around this whole scared and shit, you gonna fuck around and get sick for real. You know what I'm saying? The Labnificent Media Group in the building, salute. What's happening? What's going on? Lawrence RBE in the building, salute. He say, it wouldn't surprise me if no sports until fall. Were you surprised how big Glovegate got? If Mikey beats Pac, will we get Mikey versus Errol Part 2? You made a couple of great points in that. As far as the whole glove, well, as far as no sports until fall, I hope that don't happen. Not because of that other shit, because I really don't give a fuck about the NBA. I don't give a fuck about the NFL. Honestly, I don't care about that shit. I watch it every now and then, but I really don't give a fuck. But boxing, like if they fuck up boxing, because now you fucking up Errol Spence return, and I hope that shit don't happen. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm gonna just let that shit unfold and see what it's gonna be. I ain't really tripping. You know what I'm saying? I think this shit gonna blow over in due time, and I don't think it's gonna last that long. You feel me? But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? As far as Mikey Garcia and Manny Pacquiao, you know, depending on how that fight go, if Mikey Garcia somehow win that fight, it would be interesting, interesting situation, because then he gonna think, okay, now I have grounds for an Errol Spence rematch, which don't nobody want to see. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bruh. That's gonna be a weird ass situation. I thought about that too, but I'm like, honestly, a part of me feel like Mikey Garcia, if he do beat Manny Pacquiao, he gonna just vacate the belt and go back down to 140. I think he just won a title at 147 just to say he won a title in the division. That's what I believe, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Eclectic Agitator in the building. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for coming on through. I appreciate it. Dallas Cowboy fans for life in the building. Salute to you. He say, he say, 6:30 p.m., huh? You on CP time? Yeah, bro. Hey, man, I got caught up at the grocery store, man. I got caught up at the grocery store, bro. He said, I'm on lockdown in Cedar Hill. Damn. Hey, man, over there in Cedar Hill, bro, do y'all still have some toilet paper and some paper towels and shit in y'all stores, man? I know y'all taking precaution over there at Cedar Hill, boy. Y'all got that money over there. You know what I'm saying? My boy King Y in the building, man. My brother, what's happening, dog? Appreciate you for coming through and showing love. What's going on, brother? And stay safe out there, man. I know you out there shaking and moving. Stay the fuck safe, man. Stay the fuck safe. Nino Rodriguez in the building. Salute. What's going on, man? What's going on? The soulmate say stores dried in Houston. Damn, boy, I know it's tough to get shit out there. You know what I'm saying? All these major cities, I know it's tough to get shit. Everybody going crazy. I'm glad I went grocery shopping, like, I think, what was that? When? I went grocery shopping when? But I just went, honestly, I picked up a couple of things as far as food, but I really went and just got shit for the house. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple of things that I needed to get for the crib, so I went and got a few things, but I had already had some food and shit at the house. But today, I'm like, shit, I want to do a couple of things specifically for the weekend. So I went to the grocery store, man, tried to make a little quick move. That shit turned out to be an hour and a half for no damn reason. All because motherfuckers don't know how to act. Hey, and if y'all got, I'ma just tell you, I don't know what y'all state laws is. You know, down here in Texas, things a little different. But if y'all got, if y'all can have y'all little weapon and things, make sure sometime this weekend y'all pull up to Academy Sports and Outdoors, pull up to somewhere where you can go re-up on your little stuff. You know what I'm saying? Re-up on your ammo, because ain't no telling how this shit gonna go. People acting crazy. Motherfuckers might try to take something. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers might try to violate. Make sure you got your shit so you can be good while you at the crib. I know a lot of people's jobs and stuff is getting suspended and canceled and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people getting they work shut down, so you're gonna have to spend a lot of time at the house. Make sure you good at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Just in case motherfucker try to come in your house, try to take something. You know what I mean? Make sure you good. You know what I mean? Miracle Video Productions in the building. Salute to your brother. What's happening? What's going on, man? The Real Marlowe TV in the building. Salute to you, brother. Y'all go subscribe to the Real Marlowe TV too. That brother be over there dropping some good videos too, man. For sure. Like my brother, the soulmate, he said, man, hit that like button, man. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Strong Will in the building. He say Persian and shit. Yeah, he said they put it in the movies before it actually happens. Hey, man, you know they say art imitate life. You know what I'm saying? Art imitate life. I really believe they be putting a lot of that, a lot of this shit that we see that unfold in real life. They be throwing little hints and shit in movies. You know what I mean? Some people catch on to it. Some people oblivious to it. You know what I'm saying? But they really do be doing that. You know, but we gonna start cooking though. We gonna start cooking. We gonna start cooking. So like I was saying though, with this Errol Spence return, shit about to be real. And I want to shout out to Fanon International Boxing, because I was watching one of his videos yesterday and bro brought up a great point. He brought up a great point. He was talking about Errol Spence Jr.'s return and how this shit could be very dangerous for his next opponent. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, a lot of people felt like Earl wasn't gonna be the same, you know, like we talked about this, bro. Like it was a lot of people saying that Earl was never gonna walk again. You know, he never gonna be able to throw a punch again. He fucked up. You know, he can't breathe right. You know what I'm saying? His respiratory system fucked. People was making up all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people that really got that shit in their head. And even to this day, now that they see Errol Spence out walking around, showing up to events, doing interviews and things like that, people still got it in their mind that something ain't right with him. You know what I'm saying? Other than the fact that he's obviously been sitting up for a little bit. He a little bit out of shape. He a little heavier than normal. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, people, it's a lot of boxers, boxing media, boxing fans, you know, Errol Spence Jr. detractors and haters and shit like that. It's a lot of them that feel like, okay, you know, damn, you know, his speech ain't right. Just totally disregarding the fact that the brother had dental work in his mouth and he had to, you know, get used to the shit. I don't know if y'all been hearing Errol Spence talk more recently, but the more and more you hear him talk and the more time that passed, you know, you can see he's getting more accustomed to the dental work. Now, his speeches become better. You know what I'm saying? But everybody in the comment sections is neurologists and shit. And you know what I'm saying? They done went to motherfucking school. They got you know what I mean? They got all type of degrees and shit where they can diagnose a motherfucker through the iPhone screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what's going on. You know, so the shit dangerous because even though, let's say Errol Spence, I'm gonna tell y'all how this shit gonna unfold. Bro really got a full 3.5, 4 months to get fully in shape and get ready to fight. So let's say he coming back in July. He already been training right now. Bro in Jamaica right now. We're gonna talk about that. Bro in Jamaica right now going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all seen the Instagram. Bro in Jamaica. Y'all know when he go to Jamaica, bro go crazy and start the training. You know what I'm saying? Like pre-camp, he going crazy. But he already been training as far as getting that weight off. You got March, April, May, June. That's 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Then you got, if he had a fight on the back end of July, you got half a month to really like get do the end of your training camp where you taper off, get in shape, well, as far as hitting weight, and then you ready for the fight. So bro really got a full 4 months to get in the best shape he could possibly get in. Come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? Bro finna get into the bet, bro. I'm telling y'all, dog, he about to be in shapes with an S, dog. Bro finna be cut up like a bag of dope. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence finna be cut up like a bag of dope. You know what I'm saying? In full form. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta worry about cutting down muscle mass and all that shit. He gonna be able to properly and get into shape in a healthy manner. You know what I mean? So even after that, because that's what's gonna happen. I'm telling y'all, dog, it's a lot of elements that go into Errol Spence mentality moving forward in boxing. And especially on this first fight coming back. You know what I'm saying? Dude went through a horrific accident. You know, he probably, during the accident, I don't know what the fuck happened, but, you know what I'm saying? He probably was thinking like, you know, laid up in the hospital like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I really could have lost my life. You know what I mean? Damn, shit, I fucked up. You know what I mean? I really could have threw this whole shit away. Man, I got 2 daughters. I got a family. I got motherfuckers that look up to me. I got a whole city on my back. You know what I mean? I got everything going for me right now. I could have really fucked that shit up. Bro, really thinking about that shit like, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. I'm extra hungry now. I'm finna turn up to the whole nother motherfucking level now. Shit finna go crazy. Oh, that's a whole nother aspect of Errol Spence return. But we gonna talk about that, but let's put that on the back burner right now. This shit is dangerous, bro. This shit is dangerous for a lot of reasons. So like I was saying, even after Errol Spence get in prime shape, it's still gonna be fighters out there that's thinking like, is he really the same Errol Spence? Is he really the same Errol Spence? Does he have the same power? Can he take a punch the same? You know, is his mental the same? You feel me? Does he still have that excellent ring generalship and boxing IQ that he had before? You know, does he still have the same hunger? Does he still have the same confidence about himself? Let me take a sip on that, bro, because y'all gonna hear me today. Y'all gonna hear me today. You know what I'm saying? All these Errol Spence detractors, all these haters. It's a lot of motherfuckers out there thinking like this, bro. Not just the fans, but it's fighters thinking like this too. They might not come out and say it, but it's a lot of them thinking that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So whoever his next opponent is, Manny Pacquiao, Danny Garcia, don't get me to fucking trying to pronounce the IBF mandatory name, man. Abala Akdurev. I don't fucking know, no disrespect to the fighter, but y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Young brother undefeated, you know what I mean? Coming off a win versus Luis Collazo. He probably already fought somebody else after that. I don't know. But he is in the options for Errol Spence's next fight. You know what I'm saying? But in the back of these dudes' mind, bro, they thinking, they like, bro, shit. You know, this dude 26-0, 22 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Unified world champion, got 2 belts, you know, top 5 pound for pound on every pound for pound list. He coming off this accident. I can get one up out for this nigga, bro. I can get one up out for him. You know what I'm saying? I can get one up out of him. You feel me? He ain't expecting me to come like this. He ain't ready. This is his first fight back. He coming off of a layoff. I can get one up off of him. Bro, they thinking like that, dog. That shit dangerous, bro. That shit dangerous, dog. Imagine that, bro. You approaching this fight. You about to fight arguably a top 3 to 5 best fighter on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And you approaching this fight thinking that this guy ain't the same fighter that he once was. And there's an uncertainty, there's a mystery factor in that because these people really don't know. You know what I'm saying? People that ain't around Errol Spence or not necessarily following Errol Spence and what's going on and listening to, you know, decoding shit that he may say in an interview or on Twitter or on Instagram, you know, maybe don't have the connects that other people have to the inside his trainers or people that he trained with. You did what I'm saying? Friends and family of Errol Spence. These people don't have no idea what the fuck going on outside of what the media has portrayed or what Errol Spence detractors and haters have put out there. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Rasheed Muhammad in the super chat. Appreciate that, brother. Salute to you 100. You know what I'm saying? These people, they have a preconceived idea in their head already by looking at the video of the accident. You know what I'm saying? By reading the description of how the whole accident took place. It's dangerous walking in there with that type of mentality, bro. That's dangerous, bro. Because you can really get fucked up. Like, think about how dominant and how dangerous of a fighter Errol Spence has always been. And then you think about a guy going in there underestimating Errol Spence just the slight amount. Bro, you can really get fucked up. You can get fucked up. That's tough. You can really get fucked up, G. Shout out to my boy Vincent Thames in the building and super chat. Thank you so much for coming through. Say shouts out to Contender Regime Boxing. Much love, man. Hey, much love to you, brother. Much love, respect. Thank you so much for the support. You can really get fucked up, G. Remember, this is just one aspect. This is just one reason why this shit is dangerous as fuck. Fighting Errol Spence coming up off of this accident, coming off of this layoff. You know what I'm saying? Then, like I mentioned, you about to get an Errol Spence that's, number one, well rested. You about to get an Errol Spence that had 4.5 months to get in shape. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no last minute, oh, I gotta lose weight just so I can make. When he fought Mikey Garcia, when Errol Spence fought Mikey Garcia, bro, he didn't work. I mean, as beautifully as he boxed, and as technically sound as he was in that fight, as skillful as he was in that fight, bro literally waited to the last minute just to lose weight for that fight, dog. That's why he took it easy. He like, shit, I'm going to go in here and box. Dude literally waited to the last minute to lose weight. That's why he looked so frail and so dehydrated at the weigh-in. He'll tell you himself. He didn't do shit but conditioning and losing and weight loss for that fight. Bro, this dude about to have a whole 4.5 months to get his body in the best shape possible. That shit's scary, dog. On top of that, you got a mentality to where now you hungry as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You hungry. You ready to prove something. You ready to prove something. Everybody think you down and out. Everybody think your career over. Everybody think you ain't the same. Motherfuckers like, shit, Errol Spence ain't gonna never be as good as a fighter as he was. Then on top of that, you got people that was watching the Sean Porter fight feeling like he vulnerable. Look at Danny Garcia hopped in the ring after the Sean Porter fight. I know that shit was fucking strategic. Not just from Danny Garcia's aspect, but also from the aspect of PBC and Fox. I know that shit was strategic because that was the play. Okay, Danny Garcia next. But at the same time, Danny Garcia had to have the courage to step up and say, look, okay, yeah, I'm with that. I'm ready to fight Errol Spence next. You know what I'm saying? You got people thinking, okay, he ain't the same. Sean Porter showed a couple of things in that fight. Bruh, it's a lot that's going into this next fight. Whoever fight Errol Spence next, bruh, I feel for you, dog. That shit dangerous. That shit dangerous, bruh. That shit dangerous. Salute to the brother Edward Stevens in the building. Say Spence need to be cautious too. I don't see how, bruh. I don't know what you mean by that, G. Appreciate the support, though. I don't know what you mean by that. You know, because he got all the time in the world to get himself where he need to be. You know, in between this time, he going to be sparring. He going to take every precaution within this whole training period to get right. I think all the precautions need to be for the motherfucker who's stepping in the ring with him. And I don't care who that is, whether that's Manny Pacquiao, whether it's Danny Garcia, or whether it's the other guy. Whoever it is, bro, that shit dangerous. Because you about to get an Errol Spence Jr. that got a whole new lease on life. You about to get an Errol Spence Jr. that's hungry, that's ready to prove something, dog. Y'all remember the last time he felt like that? The last time he felt like this was the Kell Brook fight. You feel? The last time he felt like this was the Kell Brook fight. And y'all seen how that shit went. Kell Brook got up on the cards early. I had Kell Brook winning 4 rounds to 2. You know what I'm saying? He had Errol on his back foot. People say Errol can't fight off the back foot. He fought off the back foot in that fight. What'd he do? Chopped him down. Chopped him down. Chopped him down. Slowly but surely broke his will. People say the Triple G fight broke down Kell Brook. I think that Errol Spence fight was the toughest fight Kell Brook ever had in his life. Because Errol beat him. Number one, the fight went 11 rounds. Errol literally beat the courage out of Kell Brook. He beat the courage out of Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? He beat the heart and the dog out of Kell Brook. That was the hardest fight Kell Brook ever had in his life. And the Sean Porter fight was hard. I mean, he made it look easy, but that was a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? The Triple G fight, yeah, that was a tough fight for Kell Brook. Of course, you got a bigger man, undefeated, middleweight champion. You going up there fighting in a weight class that you ain't never fought at. And this dude is globally known as a knockout puncher. You know what I'm saying? That was a tough fight, but Kell Brook left that fight on his feet. He took a knee versus Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence beat the heart out of Kell Brook. You dig what I'm saying? Box King, salute to you, brother. What's happening? GT in the building. What's happening, man? Salute to everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? I keeps it 100, says surviving a crash may make him more brazen than he already is. I'm not sure what brazen mean, G. You know what I'm saying? Iceberg nerd in the building, salute. Say anyone fighting Spence should prepare like he's gonna be at 100%. Big fact. If they don't, they sadly mistaken. They sadly mistaken, bro. This shit dangerous, G. I'm telling y'all, bro. This shit dangerous. Bruh, even if Errol Spence, you know, even if people knew that Errol Spence was 100%, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people that's logical, that see what the fuck going on. They see that the WBC reported as far as the medical reports, because there ain't no reason for the WBC to lie. They could have easily stripped Errol Spence and made him champion in recess like they did with Devin Haney, which was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? With some bullshit, big bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They could have easily tried that same bullshit with Errol Spence, but they seen the medical reports and they said, nah, this brother, he good. He just taking some time to rest. He okay. He really can come back when he want to. You know what I'm saying? But even if Errol Spence even if everybody knew, all the other fighters, all potential opponents, even if they knew for a fact that he was 100% the same Errol Spence, just the fact that Errol Spence coming out for this accident, having a whole new lease on life, having, you know, more hunger than ever, not taking shit for granted, just that alone is dangerous. That shit dangerous, bro. That shit dangerous. I want y'all to go back. I know all you motherfuckers saying this shit, but I want y'all to go back and look at the Chris Van Herden fight. Go back and look at how ferocious Errol Spence was in the Chris Van Herden fight. If you remember, that was at a point in his career where it's like, shit, he trying to get a title fight. He popping up to everybody fights, popping up in the middle of motherfuckers interviews and shit. You know what I'm saying? That was where he was hungry. He was hungry, dog. You about to get that same type of Errol Spence, and if not, an elevated level of that Errol Spence, dog. I'm telling y'all, bro, that shit dangerous. I feel bad for a motherfucker that step in the ring with Errol Spence in his next fight, G. You know, especially if it's that IBF mandatory. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for that dude, G. That shit tough. Joseph Scott in the building. Salute to you, man. What's happening? Say Spence about to get on that Algerian bundle shit. Big facts. Big facts. You know what I'm saying, bro? When you put somebody in a position, dog, somebody like Errol Spence or anybody that's in a position of success, prosperity, a lot of promise, and you show them what life could possibly be like without that shit. You know what I'm saying? You show them, you know, you experience a near-death type of situation, bro, that where, you know, it forces you to it forces you to go to a place mentally to where, damn, like all this shit could have been gone. Not even just the material shit, like you got a family. You know what I mean? You got a whole city behind you, dog. A whole state behind you. I know motherfuckers all over Texas that be hitting me up like, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? What's new with Errol Spence? You know what I'm saying? Champ good, you know what I mean? When his next fight gonna be? You know what I mean? Like, bro got a whole state behind him, G. So when you got that type of energy behind you, dog, and you see that it could have all been over, bro, that light a whole different type of fire up under you, dog. You know what I'm saying? And not even just this first fight back, because I feel like Errol Spence is gonna be the most dangerous that he's ever been on the first fight back. Now, depending on how that performance go, depending on who he fight next, you know what I'm saying? It's levels to this shit. It's levels to this shit. But really, I mean, this should only go up from here. I'm thinking after this next fight, I really believe that Earl is going to fight Danny Garcia next. I don't, as much as I would love to see a unification match, because again, we all want to see undisputed. The next best thing is Manny Pacquiao. That's the best thing we can get as far as getting close to undisputed. Unification, and then, of course, the elephant in the room, Terrence Bud Crawford, right? But for some reason, I really have a genuine feeling that Manny Pacquiao is going to fight Mikey Garcia. Something is telling me that. There's nothing that's been confirmed. You know, no contract signed, at least that we don't know about. You know, but I really believe that Manny Pacquiao will fight Mikey Garcia next. I think the play on that next would be for Errol Spence to take on Danny Garcia, number one. Even though I think that's a tough fight coming back off of a layoff like that, if it was anybody else that, you know, I didn't see this type of situation, like we just talked about the hunger, we just talked about all the shit surrounding Errol Spence returning to the ring. If it was anybody else, I would say, okay, damn, to fight that, because Danny Garcia ain't no tune-up. Danny Garcia ain't no weak motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how many close fights you think Danny Garcia had. I don't care if you feel like Danny Garcia is whatever. I don't care what you think about Danny Garcia. That motherfucker can fight. And he ain't no bitch. He got heart. Danny Garcia, when you seen Danny Garcia get knocked down? When you seen Danny Garcia get knocked out? Danny Garcia beat a motherfucker ass if he ain't ready. And that's big facts. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia beat a motherfucker ass if you ain't ready. So I don't see that as no tune-up fight. So if he do come back and fight Danny Garcia, this will tell me a lot. It's going to tell me a lot of what I already know, which is Errol Spence Jr. is hungry as fuck, ready to go, in the best shape he ever been in his life, mentally with the best, you know what I'm saying, mentality and, you know, morality and mental fortitude that he could ever have at this point in his career. That's what I believe that fight is going to tell me. It's also going to show me that his punch resistance is the same. or if it's not the same. Because that we don't know. That we don't know. We don't know if Errol Spence was ever unconscious during the whole accident situation. We don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if, you know, if he was at some point unconscious during the accident, if that's gonna leak over to, you know, his ability to take punches. That's the one thing that we don't fucking know. So that's going to tell me a lot with that. I don't see him taking a whole lot of punches versus Danny Garcia because I see Errol Spence outboxing Danny Garcia thoroughly. But Danny Garcia can punch, and I do think he will land some punches on Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that. So that fight right there, and also, if you look at Danny Garcia's style being a counter puncher, you know, he's primarily a counter puncher. You know, one would consider him as a boxer puncher. I think Danny Garcia can do a little bit of everything. If he can back you down, he will walk your motherfucking ass down. Big facts. He will walk your ass down. You know, he does have the ability to walk you down behind the jab. You know, he can go to the body when he wants to. You know what I'm saying? But I like this matchup because I think it helps Errol Spence prepare for a Terrence Crawford. Shout out to D in the building. Salute to you, Queen. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I like that matchup because I really believe that it helps prepare Errol Spence for Terrence Crawford because, you know, Terrence Crawford is primarily a right. Well, he's primarily a southpaw. Even though they say he right-handed, he loves to fight out of the southpaw stance. So I would like to see how Errol does versus an orthodox counterpuncher like Danny Garcia. And then after that, I would love to see him fight Manny Pacquiao, who is a true southpaw, you know, who holds a belt. You know what I'm saying? And that will also be preparation for Terrence Crawford. Although I feel like Errol ready for Terrence Crawford right now. You know, but these things, it's just leverage. You know, these are things that actually gives Errol Spence the upper hand while Terrence Crawford is fighting Johnny Lee that work at Tom Thumb. You know? You know? I think this gives Errol Spence the upper hand. Fighting this type of competition, these type of styles. We talked about this plenty of times. In the last 4, 5 to 6 fights, Errol has seen a different style damn near every time. You know? Every time. Let me see who we got in the building, man. Let me see. You say Box King say Earl. Oh, he say Aaron won't risk it. You talking about with Terrence Crawford? Say if Brook comes in as sharp as he did versus Earl, he could possibly upset Crawford. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Let's say the Kell Brook versus Terrence Crawford fight gets made. I will favorite Terrence Crawford. However, if, and this is a big if, because though Kell Brook looked really good versus Mark DeLuca, who the fuck is Mark DeLuca, right? You know what I'm saying? So he looked really good versus Mark DeLuca. You know what I'm saying? Mark fucking DeLuca. You know what I'm saying? That's just another mean machine. So he went in there and did what he's supposed to do. I want to see Kell Brook comfortably make 147. I want to see Kell Brook make 147, look good at the weight, feel good at the weight. And if he can come into that fight with Terrence Crawford sharp, that's a 50-50 fight, G. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's a 50-50 fight. Yes, I favor Terrence Crawford. All right, let me say 55-45. Okay. I'm a favor Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence Crawford is the fresher fighter. I think Terrence Crawford may overall be the more versatile fighter. I don't know necessarily if he's the more skilled fighter in that fight. Because when Kell Brook is at 100%, Kell Brook can do anything. He's not a switch hitter, but he can do everything in the ring. He can walk you down. He got all the box. He got great footwork. You know what I'm saying? He got an amazing 1-2, which I think is his calling card. I think the 1-2 is the calling card for Kell Brook. He got a great jab. He can fight on the inside, as you seen in the Errol Spence fight. He can fight on the inside. He can go to the body. He got a very solid chin. You ain't never seen Kell Brook just get knocked the fuck out or just get, you know what I'm saying, just get done dirty. You know what I mean? Errol Spence kind of dogged him a little bit, but, you know, it was all due to he fucked up his other eye. You know, Triple G fucked up one eye. Errol Spence fucked up the other eye. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't never just seen Kell Brook just get knocked out like cold and shit. You feel me? So he got a decent chin, you know. But Kell Brook can do everything in the ring. Big Tex 33, salute to you, brother, for coming through. Appreciate the love and the support, my bro. Kell Brook can do everything in the ring. Swift 46 in the building, salute to you. He can do everything, G. And Kell Brook, I think his defense is underrated. Now, when you fighting Terrence Crawford, you got to understand that Terrence Crawford's offense is his defense. So he going to be throwing punches. Terrence Crawford going to throw punches. So if I'm Kell Brook, I'm on my P's and Q's. You feel me? I'm on my P's and Q's. If Kell Brook going to take this Terrence Crawford fight, he got to come in that bitch 100%, and he got to be sharp as ever. He got to be as sharp as he was versus Errol Spence. I think the Kell Brook that fought Errol Spence can beat Terrence Crawford. Will he beat Terrence Crawford? That's left to be seen. I think that Kell Brook can beat Terrence Crawford. That is a 50-50 fight. But I am leaning towards Terrence Crawford. Because, number one, Kell Brook, he's been out of the ring. They fought the same. Kell Brook has fought better competition than Terrence Crawford. But as far as late, like they say, you're only as good as your last fight or what have you done for me lately. Kell Brook has been off for some time. And when he does come back, he ain't been really fighting nobody. You know, he has beat Sean Porter. Kell Brook's win over Sean Porter is better than any win that Terrence Crawford has had in his whole career. Can we all agree to that? I don't think, does Terrence Crawford have a better win than Kell Brook beating Sean Porter? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? He's been in there with Triple G. That's experience. He's went 11 rounds with Errol Spence. Experience. So, like I said, I just think it really depends on the Kell Brook that shows up in that fight versus Terrence Crawford. You know, but I will lean towards Terrence Crawford simply because he's the more fresh fighter. He's been making 147 very comfortably. So we know it's not going to be an issue with, and then, of course, Terrence Crawford is a guy coming up in weight, you know, or have come up in weight in recent years. So I don't think he's ever really going to have an issue making 147. Kell Brook, we don't even know if he can fucking make 147 based off of the words that he said, you know. You know, he was talking all this shit about it, and I was rooting for Kell Brook, and I was fighting for him. You know, because I like Kell. I'm a big Kell Brook fan. I like Kell Brook as a fighter. I think the brother really can fight. I think he's a very skilled fighter, and I think he gave Errol Spence a hell of a fight, which impressed me a lot. Even though I knew that fight was gonna be tough, because at that time, you gotta understand Mayweather had retired. Manny Pacquiao, I don't think Manny Pacquiao at that time would have beat Kell Brook. I just don't. I don't. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I had Kell Brook as the best fighter in the division. So I knew that fight was going to be tough, but he impressed me a lot with how he approached that fight with Errol Spence. So I'm a huge fan of Kell Brook, so I rooted for him, I fought for him, you know, but when he came out talking about, when Bob Arum and Terrence Crawford actually was, flirting with the idea of Crawford versus Brook. He talking about, I can't make the weight. you know, I'm not ready to make 147 and all this bullshit. That really disappointed me. That really disappointed me because I felt like that was the fight that would have really put Terrence Crawford on the map in the 147-pound division. I felt like that would have been one of the first opportunities that boxing fans would have had to compare, you know, as far as ring resume, compare Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Now, we know in boxing, the triangle theory does not necessarily hold true, but you can kind of understand, okay, well, you know, this guy performed this way versus this fighter. You know, you can kind of pick out little things that, you know, where you can kind of break motherfuckers down and see, okay, this what I can expect when he get in the ring with Errol Spence. CSI in the building, salute to you, brother. Carlton Newcomb in the building, salute to you, man. What's happening? He say, salute, my brother. You be spitting big facts. I always enjoy your words, 100, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate the love and the support. That's what we're here for, man. We're going to talk great boxing. We're going to talk big facts, man. That's all we're going to do at Contender Regime Boxing. Damani Gonzalez in the building say, of course, Crawford is running from Porter. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about, and shout out to Astronaut Kid. He just said, let's talk about Bud Crawford. You know what, man? I really don't understand what's holding that fight up. I don't understand what's holding it up. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Even though Sean Porter ain't just knocking down everybody's door or, you know, showing up to every top rank event, pulling up on Terrence Crawford, that ain't even really the type of guy that Sean Porter is, right? Even though that's not the case, I believe that it's more so top rank in Terrence Crawford that don't want to make the fight, or that's not necessarily aggressively pursuing Sean Porter like they are Errol Spence or, you know, anybody else. I'm not saying that Terrence Crawford wouldn't fight Sean Porter, but I'm also saying that they not aggressively pursuing Sean Porter like they should be. Because you know you're not fighting Errol Spence next. You know that. So at this point, you got to get somebody credible in the ring. Who's more credible at the welterweight division outside of Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao right now? Who's more credible? It's Sean Porter. Nobody else outside of those guys are more credible than Sean Porter. Right? So when I listen to Sean Porter interviews, I pay attention to body language. I'm seeing what the fuck going on. Sean Porter is not necessarily saying that he don't want the Terrence. He's definitely not saying that he don't want the fight with Terrence Crawford. But it seems like it's like that he's waiting to be invited. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's waiting for a call or an opportunity or a proposition. And I honestly don't feel like that Terrence Crawford and team over there, I don't think that they're progressively or aggressively trying to get in the ring with Sean Porter. I don't. I really believe that Bob Arum understands that it's a huge risk putting Terrence Crawford in the ring with Sean Porter and risking the chance of Terrence Crawford losing to Sean Porter and Sean Porter becoming the WBO champion. Now all the belts are with PBC. You know? Because when you lose that WBO belt, it's like, damn, what the fuck do you got? And I'm pretty sure that if Bob Arum had it his way, if they gonna lose a fight, they gonna lose it to Errol Spence, who is gonna be a big, or Manny Pacquiao. Those two are the biggest paydays that you got. Shout out to Matthew Valentine in the building. Salute to you, brother. You know, I would think that if they gonna put any type of risk out there, it's gonna be Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao. But think about this. If they lose, if Terrence Crawford fights Sean Porter, let's say he loses that fight. He fights Sean Porter, he loses to Sean Porter. Now, Sean Porter is the WBO champion of the world, which that's going to be all the makings of Errol Spence versus Sean Porter part 2, which will be a fucking fantastic fight. I would love to see that fight, especially if it's for another unification match closer to Undisputed, right? That would be disastrous for Top Rank and ESPN. That would be disastrous. Now you lose your whole big money play, the shit that they've been stalling and holding out for the longest, which is Errol Spence Jr. You gonna lose that. I mean, Earl still might fight Terrence Crawford later on, but it might have to happen at 154. You know what I'm saying? If Terrence Crawford ain't got no damn belt, you know, Earl might say, shit, I'll fight you, but, you know, meet me at 154 type shit. It's a lot of shit that go into that, bruh. If Sean Porter beat Terrence Crawford, that's disastrous for Top Rank. And I'm telling y'all, if that fight gets made, if Sean Porter versus Terrence Crawford gets made, I'm picking Sean Porter. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't see Terrence Crawford beating Sean Porter. I just don't. I'm picking Sean Porter. I think Sean Porter, a lightweight, maul Terrence Crawford. Be on him like a motherfucking mongoose. Just gnawing him. Just gnawing on him. Chewing just biting on him and shit. Just all up on him. Terrence Crawford can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? I can see that shit. I'm picking Sean Porter in that fight. And I guarantee you that matchmakers and advisors over at Top Rank and ESPN, they see the same shit I see. I'm telling y'all, bro. Sean Porter be all up on that boy. And I don't think Terrence Crawford is as strong as Errol Spence physically to be able to keep Sean Porter up off of him. I don't see it. Worst case scenario for Sean Porter, he gonna make the fight so ugly that it's gonna come down to like a split decision type of deal. You know what I'm saying? All that, he ain't gonna be able to just outbox Sean Porter. That shit ain't happening. Sean Porter gonna be all up in his motherfucking grill like a Johnny Dang mouthpiece. He gonna be all up in his grill. It's not gonna be no easy fight whatsoever. That's why they don't want to make the Sean Porter fight. And if Sean Porter get that WBO belt, I'm telling you, Terrence Crawford might say, okay, of course there's going to be a rematch clause. Terrence Crawford might be like, okay, shit, let's do the rematch. But what's the likelihood of him beating Sean Porter? I don't see it. You got to think about these things. This is why they're not aggressively pursuing a fight with Sean Porter. Come on, man. Now, Terrence Crawford versus Keith Thurman. I like Terrence Crawford's chances in that fight with Keith Thurman. Now, they could have had Keith Thurman. Y'all remember when Keith Thurman had the WBO, he had the WBA belt and he had the WBC belt. Did he? What was it? The WBA and the yeah, it was the WBA and WBC, right? Unified champion. Remember when Keith Thurman first came back off his little layoff, you know, he had the whole shoulder and elbow shit going on, right? Remember when he was laying real low, used to see Keith Thurman pop up with his little suit on, doing little commentating and shit. Behind the scenes, bro, he was having business meetings with Top Rank. He was having little meetings with Top Rank. You know, they was really pushing a heavy play to get Terrence Crawford versus Keith Thurman. They was pushing a heavy play. A heavy play. What happened? Keith Thurman said, y'all gonna have to pay me. Y'all gonna have to pay me. And I promise you, Keith Thurman wasn't asking for no more than $10 million. He wasn't asking for no more than $10 million, bro. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't asking for no more than $10 million. They refused to pay the man. They refused to pay. You feel me? That just goes to show what type of business they running over there. That goes to show what type of confidence they have in Terrence Crawford. That lets you know how they feel about Terrence Crawford. They don't feel the same way they feel about Tyson Fury or about Vasyl Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel the same way. They treat Terrence Crawford like a stepchild. That's just facts. They treat him like the stepchild. Like, oh, okay. You know, I guess since you her, I gotta look after you. You know what I mean? I gotta make sure you eat and shit. You feel me? But they ain't going the extra mile. That's how they treat Terrence Crawford. That's how Bob Arum and he say Bob Arum worked for him. It don't seem like that. It don't seem like that, not to me. You know what I'm saying? I love Terrence Crawford, man. I want the best for the brother. I think he's a phenomenal talent. I think he got all the skills in the world. I think he's one of the best fighters in the game. You know, but shit, if he don't give a fuck, why the fuck should I? Shout out to the brother Matthew Valentine in the building. He say, in the super chat, he say, who is EJ fighting next, homie? Man, we got 3 options. We got Manny Pacquiao. That's option number 1, which I don't think, you know, I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but I'm ruling Manny Pacquiao out. I think Manny Pacquiao will fight Mikey Garcia. You got Danny Garcia, who I think that's who Errol Spence is going to fight next, Danny Garcia. However, depending on how, you know, when Errol starts, because he in Jamaica right now. I don't know if y'all paid attention to his Instagram. He out there in Jamaica right now training, you know, going crazy, isolating himself from all the bullshit. He going crazy out there doing his thing, getting in shape. You know, depending on how that shit go, he gonna either say, okay, I'm ready for a tough fight like Danny Garcia right now, or I'm gonna take a light touch up in the IBF mandatory with Abaku Alak Berdiev. I fucked it up, I'm sorry. But y'all know who I'm talking about. 3 options. Manny Pacquiao, Danny Garcia, IBF mandatory. Ain't nothing else on the table. Ain't nothing else on it. And that you can take that to the bank. Ain't nothing else on the table. Those are the 3 options. And I think it's going to be Danny Garcia, you know, which is a fucking great fight. I've been wanting to see that fight. I don't care what nobody say. You know, people could say, oh, man, Danny Garcia ain't got no belt. Errol Spence going to beat the shit out of Danny Garcia. He don't stand a chance. You know, this is, you know, brother at work, man. Shout out to my boy Ant. You know what I'm saying? He be getting mad at me when I be talking about Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia because he only want to see Errol Spence versus Crawford. I get it. I understand. But I'm like, man, say that Garcia fight, bro. That's a good-ass fight. It's going to be an entertaining fight, G. It's going to be a good fight. You know, now, do I expect Errol to be victorious in that fight? Fucking right, yeah. That don't mean it ain't going to be a fun fight to watch. I've been wanting to see Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia since fucking 2014, 2015. You know? Matthew Valentine say Lipiness is already fighting the dude from the IBF Eliminated. Damn, I didn't know that. Good looking. I knew that they was talking about that fight, but I didn't know if that shit was official, man. Good looking. So, Danny Garcia. That's who I think is going to be. And if you notice, Danny Garcia been real low-key because he know he due for an Errol Spence Jr. fight. That's what I think going to happen, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at all. Daniel Bruce in the building. Salute to you, brother. What's happening? He say you sell those hats on your website. These hats, we haven't made more of these. You know what I'm saying? We working on getting more of these in stock. We actually have, and this is big facts, y'all. This shit crazy. We got to connect overseas in Asia, Japan, to be exact. And we got all that shit on hold right now. You know what I'm saying? We coming up with all our designs and you know, all of our shit right now. So once we do get this hold off our shipments, we'll be able to just push it in mass production. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sure when we'll be bringing these back out. If y'all seen the hats that I have, I got the beige one, and then I got a navy blue one with the fire on it. We call those the Weather the Storm collection. Those will be, we're gonna put those in mass production as soon as we get this fucking hold taken off our shipments and shit. So we got those coming out. But these, I don't know when we're gonna bring these back out, brother, but I will let you know when we do. You know what I'm saying? These were actually like the first ones that we made. We made these in this was like 2000, and this was our official our original logo. We made these bitches like in 2013 through 2014. You know what I'm saying? So we will be bringing these back out, I promise. Shout out to Said 214 in the building. Salute to you, bro. He say Manny came way to Dallas to watch Mikey versus Earl, only to be called out by Earl and still ducking a year later. Big facts. See, a lot of people don't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, y'all remember when Floyd was fighting? When Floyd was fighting, everybody was like, oh, since Floyd's still out there, he need to fight the best. He need to fight Errol Spence, and he need to fight Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter and all these young killers out there. But now Manny Pacquiao out there, you know, they don't want to call it ducking, but the motherfucker ducking. He ducking, but I'm not gonna hold it against him, because the same way I felt about Floyd Mayweather being an old dude. You know what I'm saying? He old. He already proved everything in the game. He did everything. I'm like, okay, you can fight whoever the fuck you want. I ain't tripping. I don't even want to see Floyd fight no more. He old. I don't want to see Floyd fight no damn more. You know what I'm saying? But with Manny Pacquiao, he's still in the game. He got a belt and shit. You know, shit. He ducking Errol Spence. That's facts. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, shit. If he want to move around and do his own thing, he earned that right. But the facts is he ducking. That's facts. Manny Pacquiao ducking like a motherfucker. He say, hey, Said 214 say Manny looked timid as hell standing in the ring with EJ and Jerry Jones. Big facts. He say, hey, Earl brought him in. He say, hey, Manny did not expect that shit. He like, hey, Manny, hey, bring your motherfucking ass in here. Yeah, I want you next. Come on in the ring. Manny like, ah, damn. I was trying to be inconspicuous. I was trying to be incognito around this motherfucker. He got in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He looking all, yeah, you know, Earl like shit. So, you know, Earl get on the mic. Yeah, I want to fight you next. You know what I'm saying? What's up with Errol Spence Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao next? Manny Pacquiao like, yeah, you know, I guess, you know, I think that might be the good move to make. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He didn't want that damn fight. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao did not want no parts of Errol Spence Jr. at all. You know what I'm saying? At motherfucking all. Shrek in the building, salute to you, bro. Say Pacquiao would do Spence worse than the Ferrari. Man, get your bitch ass out of here, boy. Get your old puss ass up out of here. Mr. Mud in the building, salute to you, bro. In the super chat, what's happening? He say, just 3 years ago, this shit be disprinted shit. He say, just 3 years ago, Danny Garcia and everybody else was trying to son Earl. Now they licking his boots for a payday. Big motherfucking facts. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how the tables turn. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how the tables turn. Remember EJ said that shit. Oh, how the motherfucking tables turn. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how the tables turn. You know what I'm saying? You want some more of this old man? You want some of this too old man? No. That's exactly how Manny Pacquiao reacted to that shit. You know, and like I said, I wasn't tripping when Floyd was fighting Andre Berto and shit. I wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, okay. Motherfucker old now. He in his 40s. You know, you in your 40s. And, you know, that's not old for a regular person. If you a man and you in your 40s, shit, you like at the tail end of your prime. You still in your prime and shit. But in boxing, you old. I'm not expecting Floyd to be fighting the young killers and shit. So with Manny Pacquiao being in his 40s, I'm like, shit, you fight whoever the hell you want to fight. You know, give up the belt or something. I would hope give up the belt at least. But fight whoever the fuck you want to fight. I ain't tripping. But y'all got to call it the same way. If you going to say Errol Spence, if you going to say Mayweather ducking, shit, Manny Pacquiao been ducking. You know what I'm saying? He been ducking. You feel me? We just talking, we keeping it 100 around here. You know? Shout out to Daniel Bruce in the building. South Mississippi B. I think that's what you mean by S-O. I'm going to say South Mississippi. What's happening, man? Salute to you, brother. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. But, you know, like I said, man, whoever gets in the ring next with Errol Spence Jr., man, it's going to be tough for you. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very dangerous, dog. You know, especially if you one of those people who think that Errol Spence ain't the same. Especially if you one of those people. On top of that, you dealing with a guy that's hungry, that's ready to prove something, that feel counted out. You know what I'm saying? He feel like everybody talking down on him. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very dangerous for you. You know, he got something to prove right now. And then on top of that, he got 4 whole months to get in shape, in the best shape possible. We ain't talking about just losing weight. You talking about Errol Spence getting in the best shape. He got 2.5 months just to lose weight. If he want to just use the first 2.5 months to lose weight, he can use the other month and a half just to work on skills, sharpen up. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. That shit finna be tough for anybody getting in the ring with Errol Spence next. And if it's Danny Garcia, I like Danny Garcia, but brother, you in trouble. That's big facts, man. But say, we've been on here talking our shit, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. I already started, what is it, 8:46 right now. I already started the show late, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to say thank y'all so much for coming on through. I really appreciate all the love and the support, man. We're gonna keep this contender regime boxing shit popping. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna stay consistent. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep dropping shit. I want y'all to stay safe out here with this whole corona shit, because I'm gonna tell you like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you like this. With this whole corona shit going on, you know, it's the illness itself, you know, make sure you take proper precautions for all that shit. You know, I think they blowing it out of proportion, but take your proper precaution. But also be safe for these motherfuckers that's acting crazy out here, that's acting like they don't know how to motherfucker act. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, you know, how to carry themselves and you know, how to act like responsible adults. You know what I mean? People run out of supplies and shit. Now you got motherfuckers coming to your doorstep trying to take something. You feel me? Make sure you got your shit on you and you staying safe out here. Protect your family, protect yourself. Contender regime, boxing. I holler at y'all boys, man. Y'all have a good night.